So let me now extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Aditya Agarwal, Head Large Enterprise, Lenovo India. So very nice to see you, Mr. Agarwal.
Same here. Hi, Komal.
Hi, Aditya. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good as well. Thanks.
All right, and I'd like to ask both of you a couple of questions there. My first question to both of you will be: what do you feel are the main challenges that your organization feels when it comes to IT asset management lifecycle? May I please request Mr. Agarwal to take a lead?
So I'll, just increase the scope a bit, right? I mean, it's not just going to be IT life cycle. I would say that what are the challenges that, let's say, since we are an IT organization, we are facing, and also to broad base to some extent. I think, see, the two challenges that our organizations are facing are the human and the IT challenges. Of course, human COVID, it's a no brainer. Thankfully, the third wave seems to have kind of petered out, but it's been three waves, and keeping people engaged, productive, the mental health part, all of that are big challenges. I haven't been to office much in past two years now, right? So that's a challenge. How do we keep people engaged, productive? And that's also the IT challenge that we see across. While innovation has happened at a breakneck speed, and to some extent it has helped a lot of IT organization leap forward 10 years. I've heard a lot of our customers say that they leap 10 years where they thought they wouldn't. But how do we keep those people productive? People are talking about work from anywhere now, right? And just yesterday I saw some news articles of some companies actually making that formal, that it's about work anywhere, which we have been talking about. People just don't want to go to office or stay at home now.
Right.
The challenges that we face are productivity challenges, connectivity challenges, security challenges. Those are big deals, right? And so that's what it is. And of course there are opportunities, but on the human side there is a cost, but there are opportunities that these challenges bring.
Right. So really working on motivating your team the right way, and like you said, a lot many challenges that you've been facing. Let me now turn this question over to Mr. Prajapati. Mr. Prajapati, what do you feel that your organization, and being a startup, what do you feel are the challenges that you all are facing?
Yeah, so I mean, given the context of the backdrop of pandemic that we are into, I think when we went into say work from home with very abrupt timelines, it was sort of a switch that we had to make for almost all the people, all the teams, from being say the desktop systems based to laptop driven and working from home. So there was definitely a logistical distribution challenge, and also the challenge of maintaining the assets in distributed locations and collecting the assets. Currently, the newer people who are joining the organizations, they're also doing 100% digitally, right? So to be able to actually manage the assets uh, with for the people who are across all the locations. So that's definitely one of the challenges. And then again, with that comes also the security and also managing the say more choices for people that have come in at this point of time, because there's no sort of like office machine anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for security, we have looked at say a bunch of options, and I think a bunch of say third-party software solutions to ensure that the environments are safe, people are following the right guidelines, practices, the content is safe. There's nothing which is going out of laptop which belongs to the organization, and at the same time for uh, uh, it's also a challenge to actually work with the right vendor partners who
Right.
can basically maintain the right diversification of or the types or the SKUs. So earlier the number was lesser. Currently the number is higher, and because laptop has become the primary thing,
Yeah.
and so choices are more. So I think it's a different way of working again on that. Yeah.
So really security being a main issue there, and I'm sure work is on making sure finding solutions to these challenges. So here I'd like to ask my next question to Mr. Agarwal first, that what are the various strategies that your organization has adopted when it comes to planning, to configuration, deploying, and asset disposal?
So, well, we help other organizations do that because as an IT, but what we see as a trend that we see other organizations talking about is the whole movement from capex to opex, saying that we don't want to buy right out, we want to utilize our capital better, and with that we take care of the whole life cycle. But I mean, we are a small organization that way.
Okay, so let me put that question to Mr. Prajapati.
Right. So I think it's more of a, as he said, the logistical plus software aspect, which is into play more now at this point of time. So overall, uh, so the distribution, maintenance, and basically the disposal is the logistical part, and we try to find the right vendor partners with the right also the assessments, the right history and background around them who are good at the logistics, so that employees don't have to get into the delays which are associated by with say certain maintenance aspects of basically the delivery aspects and other things. On the software side, so it's mostly about ensuring the security of the data, as well as ensuring that basically there's no sort of like malware which comes in. So we use multiple solutions. We are trying out, in fact, solutions around MDM, which can monitor the device remotely in terms of various health parameters, various the data exchange parameters or network parameters, and also actively use antiviruses on all the devices. Yeah.
So great to know how you are really controlling endpoint devices and ensuring policy, regulatory, and compliance there. And I'm sure Team Lenovo India can only help you better that. So once again, let me take this opportunity by thanking both of you, Mr. Komal, Prajapati. It's been a pleasure listening in, learning from you, and taking all those key points on what to do to be a better leader for tomorrow. Mr. Aditya Agarwal, thank you so very much for joining us, for telling us the sort of issues that you as an organization are facing, and how organizations across the world can take your assistance in really working towards creating a safe environment for their workplace. So thank you, both of you. It's been a pleasure listening in.
Thanks a lot.